So earlier this week, we sat down with chiropractor Dr. Randall Horsley from the Wellness Junction in Millsboro. Had some incredible insight on how your body works and how you can address pain without having to rely on pain medication. Well, that segment got preempted by the breaking news out of New York City, but we wanted you to see the interview in its entirety, so we're going to show it to you today.
Little story to tell you. The year was 2003. It was Halloween. My husband took the kids trick-or-treating. Our youngest, who was I think 5 at the time, he got tired. That's when he insisted on being carried piggyback the rest of the night. Of course, my husband agreed, and then my husband spent the next day in pain. Now, for some parents, just walking the kids door to door on hard pavement can be enough to leave them stiff and sore. What do you say we change that? Here to help us is chiropractor Dr. Randall Horsley from the Wellness Junction in Millsboro. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me, Lisa.
So it is so true. If you are not used to getting out there and walking around and carrying heavy loads and everything, I guess a burst of energy or a burst of exercise, you could end up in pain?
Absolutely. If the human body is not out there exercising regularly, and all of a sudden you go, we all know, you go to the gym, you're going to be sore 2 or 3 days afterwards, and this is no different, especially if you've got a child that wants to be carried and you're lugging around their candy, and I mean, that's exercise. You're going to be sore for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about what a chiropractor does. It isn't what most people think, is it?
Not really. If they're like me, I was told that I always thought a chiropractor when I was growing up was a doctor that took care of low back pain, or bone doctors or things like that. No, a chiropractor's more than anything, we deal with the nervous system. The brain, the central nervous system connects to every cell in our body, and it happens to be protected through the vertebra column. So that's where we focus, and I think that's where some of that misconception is. But we are a full body doctor. We spend a lot of time on backs because that's where the nervous system that's where it distributes all the information from the brain to every cell in our body.
That makes sense. Okay, so explain what adjustment to remove the interference means. Obviously something you do.
Yeah, so maybe I can just explain it with a diagram very quickly.
Okay.
What we do is we have our noggin, our heads, and the brain is located there. We have our bodies, and the brain communicates with the body through the spinal cord, which has hundreds of millions of these connections that I'm no artist, but that will represent all those pathways. And the problem is we start to get in life as we get older and have Halloweens and traumas and different things. These little interferences will start appearing, impinging those communications to our body. And the body is designed to literally be in a state of ease and function. It's got to have a state of ease at all times and function. So what happens is when these interferences start taking place and that communication starts to dwindle, then we start seeing symptoms appear.
Oh.
And these are symptoms.
Okay.
So what happens is, actually that goes into a state of dis-ease or dysfunction, and if not taken care of, that can actually lead from ease to dis-ease to disease.
Oh.
And so what happens is most people will mask those symptoms using drugs or pharmaceuticals, as we're all familiar with, which is fine. That is a choice. However, it may take care of the symptoms, but did it take care of the causal factor that caused them? It really didn't. So what happens is, what a chiropractor does is, we're the only branch of healthcare that can actually remove the interferences, which literally restore ease and function back to the body, and automatically that takes care of the symptoms.
Okay.
So that's basically what a chiropractor does, and hopefully that explains it a little better.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Now, you specialize in helping people who have had a hard time getting results. I assume people who have taken the pain pills and everything.
Yeah, so these interferences take place people start getting on pharmaceuticals and different things, which is fine in some respect, but a lot of them really don't get any benefit, or other than just masked symptoms, they still have problems. Folks that come see us usually have 5 or 6 specialists that they've already seen. Our job is to find what they've missed or catch the things that, why are they not getting better? We've done something that is pretty unique in our practice, where we have coupled not only chiropractic, which what an adjustment does is remove those, very gently remove those interferences, but we also couple that with a nutritional program, advanced clinical nutrition, where we have found out how to tap into the autonomic nervous system. We can find everybody as an individual exactly what their nutritional deficits are, with no question. And then when we find that, we can fill those deficits. And when we couple that with chiropractic, some pretty cool things happen. Lives can change.
Absolutely.
And the word gets out, and we've been getting a lot of referrals from even out of state, neurosurgeons and other doctors and different things that we've had great success with. But unfortunately, the locals don't know what we do. We're in their own backyard.
Well, so, now they do. Dr. Horsley with the Wellness Junction in Millsboro.
In Millsboro. We also couple that with modalities like our massage therapy, our rehab. I mean, there's a lot of things we do, but everybody's completely custom depending on what they need.
All right. Well, I tell you what, a lot to talk about. Thank you for being here. And of course, we'll have more information that you can read about from the Wellness Junction on our website, delmarvalife.com. Thank you so much. Very fascinating.